Okay, so now we're in Matthew chapter 6, and we're going through the one-year Bible. That's why we're skipping around. And I love these verses. We're going to go through 1 through 18 and then come back tomorrow and talk about the Lord's Prayer. But one of the main themes in verses 1 through 18 is just to not do what you do to impress people, right? So don't act like you're serving God and serving other people when you're really just serving your own ego, right? Because there's no reward for you in heaven. You're not doing things out of love, and that's what God wants. God wants to change us from the inside out. And what He wants to do is He doesn't want to just us to have good actions. He wants our motives to be there too. So He wants us to do things because we really care about other people. And so He just tells us, when you're praying, don't pray in front of a bunch of people, right? Pray in private. Of course, there's time for corporate prayer. When you're fasting, don't fast and let everybody know it so they'll be impressed. When you give money, don't give money in front of everybody else and tell them and try to make people notice what you're doing, because there's no reward in heaven for you if you do it that way. And you want a reward in heaven. Next, it's just going to be so cool when we go to heaven and we see all the awesome things that people did, how they were so kind and sacrificial and giving, and nobody knew about it, right? So that's going to be an awesome thing about going to heaven and passing away, is we get to see what really happened, and we get to see the great people on earth, the people that actually loved others and didn't do it to impress other people, but they did it because they cared about other people. And then lastly, God is just so big. God owns it all. He knows it all, right? And so nothing compares to getting an award from Him. I mean, it's kind of like if you thought, would I rather get an award from the principal of a local high school or the president of the United States? Well, it'd be cooler to get a notice or a trophy or some kind of award from the president of the United States. Not saying, I appreciate principals of local schools, but what I'm saying is it's always cooler, it's always nicer to get an award from someone with more power, more notoriety. Can you imagine getting an award from God? Can you imagine God telling everyone else what you did and how valuable you are for that? I mean, that's awesome. I know you've got to fight that ego feeding, but even Paul said we've got to run the race like we're running to win, right? We've got to serve like we're serving to win. So the 3 points are: don't do what you do to impress other people. Do it to serve them and to serve God and help. Because God has so many desires He wants fulfilled. He wants people to do well, and you can help Him by serving other people. Next, it's going to be awesome to see the rewards of all the kind acts that were done in secret. And then lastly, nothing compares to getting an award from God. So make sure you're working for that. All this, you can find these points in my commentary on Matthew. It's called To the Point Commentary on Matthew by me, Jeremy Spry, and you can get that on Amazon.com. So if you like these videos, you like to help spread the word, like this video, share it, and purchase my book on Amazon.